Practical steps for understanding and processing grief. Acknowledge and name your emotions. Start by taking a moment each day to check in with yourself. What are you feeling today? Sad, angry, tired, numb, or something else? Write down these emotions without judgment. This can help reduce the sense of overwhelm that often comes with grief. Create a grief journal. Write about your spouse, about your feelings, and about your grief. You don't need to write long entries. Sometimes just jotting down a sentence or two can help release pent-up emotions. Writing about your spouse's impact on your life can be a way to honor their memory while processing your own feelings. Give yourself permission to grieve in your own way. Everyone grieves differently, and it's okay to not follow the expected timeline. Remind yourself that there is no right way to grieve, and that it's okay if you're not feeling better by a certain time. Just focus on moving through it one day at a time. Mindfulness or meditation. These practices can be incredibly helpful for reducing the feeling of being lost in grief. Apps like Headspace or Calm offer guided meditations specifically for grief or anxiety. Starting with just 5-10 minutes a day can help ground your emotions. Honoring your loved one's memory. Meaningful memorials. Create a ritual. If there's a special date, like your spouse's birthday, anniversary, or the date they passed, create a new ritual that feels right for you. This could be lighting a candle, playing a favorite song, visiting a meaningful place, or simply taking some time to reflect quietly. It's not about having the perfect memorial. It's about finding something that resonates with you personally. Memory box or scrapbook. Collect things that remind you of your spouse. Photos, mementos, favorite quotes, or letters they wrote. These physical items can be comforting when you're feeling overwhelmed by grief. You don't need to keep the box on display, but knowing it's there can help hold the space for your spouse's memory while you process. Write a letter. Sometimes, the things left unsaid can weigh heavily on the heart. Try writing a letter to your spouse about how you're feeling, what you've learned since they passed, or anything that feels unresolved. It's a way to continue the emotional connection. Share stories. Talking to close friends or family about your spouse, or even sharing memories in an online group like a memorial page, can help keep their memory alive in a way that feels healing. It allows others to share their own memories too, which can lead to a sense of communal support. Self-care and mental health, prioritizing yourself. Get outside, even for a short time. Even when you don't feel like it, a small walk outside in nature can make a huge difference. Fresh air and exposure to sunlight can help regulate mood and energy levels. Start small, maybe just to the mailbox and back, and gradually increase the time if you feel up to it. Ask for help. It can be difficult to ask for support, but it's essential. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or even professionals. You don't need to explain everything. Simply let them know you need someone to talk to, or that you just need company. Therapy and support groups. Whether you see a therapist individually or join a grief support group, in person or online, these resources are invaluable. A therapist can help you untangle emotions, while support groups offer a sense of shared experience, where people can empathize without judgment. Websites like GriefShare or local community centers may offer resources. Establish simple routines. Grief often makes everything feel chaotic, so creating a routine, whether it's a morning coffee ritual, a short walk after lunch, or a bedtime routine, can provide a small sense of control and comfort amidst the uncertainty. Sleep hygiene. Grief can affect sleep patterns, whether that's sleeping too much or too little. Try to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. Avoid caffeine in the evening, and create a calming nighttime routine, like reading or listening to soothing music to promote rest. Rebuilding your identity. Discovering new passions. Try one new activity. It's normal to feel like a part of you is missing, but this is also an opportunity to explore new interests. Think about activities you once enjoyed or have always wanted to try, but didn't have the time for. It could be something as simple as painting, gardening, or taking a pottery class. It doesn't have to be life-changing, just something that sparks curiosity or joy. Set small personal goals. Grief can make the future seem daunting, but small, achievable goals can provide a sense of direction. Start with something simple, like reading one book, getting through a yoga class, or calling a friend once a week. These goals don't need to be big. They're meant to build confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Reflect on your strengths. Take some time to write down what you're good at or what you've enjoyed doing in the past. Reflect on how you can begin to nurture those aspects of yourself again. Sometimes, loss can make us forget our talents or passions, but they are still there waiting to be rediscovered. Volunteer or get involved. Helping others can be a powerful way to connect with a larger purpose. Volunteering at a local shelter, soup kitchen, or cause that resonates with you can provide a new sense of community and help foster a new identity beyond grief. Finding new joy and meaning, allowing space for happiness. Give yourself permission to laugh. Again, it might feel impossible at first, but laughter is part of healing. Don't feel guilty if you have moments where you're enjoying life again. It doesn't mean you've forgotten your spouse. Allowing yourself to enjoy small pleasures like watching a funny show, having a meal with friends, or even going on a trip can be rejuvenating. Reconnect with others. Slowly begin to reach out to old friends or make new ones. Socializing doesn't mean you have to pretend to be happy, but human connection is vital. Sharing your grief with others can foster understanding, and just being around people who care can help you feel less alone. Explore new hobbies or interests. After loss, it's common to feel unsure about what to do with your time. Consider what makes you feel peaceful or inspired, whether that's traveling, reading, creating, or even cooking new recipes. Sometimes the search for joy is small and quiet, but that doesn't make it less valuable. Open up to new relationships when you're ready. This is a big one, and it doesn't need to happen right away. But when the time feels right, allowing yourself to explore the possibility of new relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic, can help you see that life can offer new connections and forms of love. There's no pressure to do this before you feel ready, but just keeping an open mind can lead to new experiences down the road. The power of time and patience, embracing the journey. Celebrate small wins. Healing is gradual, so take time to recognize small moments of progress, like going a day without crying, starting a new activity, or talking to someone you trust about your feelings. Write these moments down to remind yourself of your strength. Allow yourself to feel okay. Guilt often accompanies moments of peace, like laughing or enjoying a day out. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel okay, and it doesn't take away from your love or grief. You're honoring your spouse by living your life to the fullest, in your own time. Patience with the process. Healing takes time. Don't rush it or force yourself to move on. Acknowledge that this journey is yours and you'll walk it at your own pace. Trust that with time, things will become easier. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. As you navigate this journey, remember that healing is not about erasing the past or moving on too quickly, but about learning to live with the love and memories that will always be a part of you. Take the time you need to grieve, honor your spouse's memory, and rebuild your life at your own pace. Each small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a victory. Over time, you'll find that joy and meaning can coexist with grief. The love you shared will forever be a part of who you are, and as you rediscover yourself, you'll create a life that honors both the past and the future. Trust that with patience and self-compassion, healing will come in its own time.